If you just rolled your ankle, I see people make this mistake all the time. They either rest the ankle way too much and it gets stiff and weak, or they just go back and try to walk it off and they end up re-injuring the ankle, making things worse. There's a middle road approach that works best. In this video, I'm going to give you my top 5 exercises that you need to do after an ankle sprain. And I'm going to give them to you in a progression or an order that makes the most sense to help you rebuild your strength, improve your ankle motion, improve your balance, and help you get back to the road to recovery. Hi, I'm Dr. Saller. I'm an orthopedic surgeon specializing in foot and ankle. And I see a lot of ankle injuries every week when I see patients in the office. Now, a little disclaimer, this is not specific medical advice. This is general information only. And so if you have any severe pain or you have a significant injury, you need to get it checked out first before doing these exercises and get things checked off with your own doctor or healthcare provider. After an ankle sprain, recovery happens in 3 phases. Phase 1 is day 1 to day 3 right after the sprain. This is where you're going to do the rest, ice, compression, and elevation, but we're going to add in some gentle range of motion exercises to keep the ankle from getting stiff and weak. Phase 2 runs from day 3 to about 2 weeks or 14 days. And this is where we're doing protected strengthening using isometrics and strengthening bands. In phase 3 is week 2 to week 6. And this is where we're doing full weight bearing exercises, focusing on strength and balance training to get you back to normal activity. Now, phase 4 is generally more athletic specific, and that's something we're not going to cover in this video. That's more tailored to you specifically based on what your physical therapist or doctor wants you to do. So this first exercise is a great exercise for phase 1, or that inflammatory or acute phase right after an ankle sprain, even the same day or several days after. And so what you're doing here is you're just going to go through movement. So you're first going to flex your toes down away from your knee and then extend your toes up toward your knee. And what you're doing is you're just activating those different muscles and tendons and getting a little bit of movement through the foot and the ankle. So after you've done that, then you want to start moving the ankle itself. And so you're going to move the ankle up toward your knee, which is ankle dorsiflexion, and then moving the ankle down away from your knee, or ankle plantar flexion. Now in the beginning, that range of motion may not be very good because there's so much swelling and pain. But what you'll find throughout the day and throughout the days after, your range of motion is going to significantly improve. And this is going to help improve swelling, it's going to improve circulation, and it's going to improve your healing. Now the important thing here is you're just going up and down. In that early acute phase of the ankle sprain, especially for more severe ankle sprains, a bad grade 2 or grade 3 ankle sprain, you're not necessarily inverting the ankle. Inverting that ankle, you can re-injure, re-stretch that ligament that's already torn. That's going to be very painful, and that actually could be bad for healing and cause some instability. So what I'm going to be doing here is an isometric strengthening exercise for the ankle, which is great during that late phase 1 and going to the phase 2 rehab of an ankle sprain. You're going to be contracting your muscles without going through the full motion, so you're not putting extra stress through those torn ligaments. So what we can do here is we get a hard surface. You can do this against a wall. Here I'm doing it against the side of a piece of furniture, the couch. And what I'm going to do is try to dorsiflex my ankle. So remember, dorsiflexion is going down. But what I'm going to do is push against here. And I'm going to hold it for 5 seconds and then release. And then push again for 5 seconds, release for about 5 seconds, and then go again and do that 5 times total. Now next we're going to do ankle dorsiflexion. So same thing, we're not going to actually go through the dorsiflexion motion. We're just going to be activating those anterior or muscles in the front of the leg isometrically. And so this can be done a lot of different ways. You could do it on the ground. You can have somebody stand on your foot, but generally, if we're assuming your ankle's still swollen and painful, so you may be in bed or on the couch. So you can do it right here. Grab your other foot, place that heel on the top of the foot, and then you're trying to pull up, but you're using your non-injured foot to place gentle pressure against it. So you're actually not really going through ankle range of motion. And so same thing here. So you're going to do this and hold this for about 5 seconds. And then you're going to release for 5 to 10 seconds. And then do it again and do this 5 times. Now then we're going to do inversion and eversion. And again, we're not necessarily going through these motions, especially with resistance yet, especially inversion, because we're trying to not stretch out those injured ligaments. So when we do the inversion here, we're going to place that other foot here and just push against. Sometimes it might help to have an object here, kind of brace your other foot and get a heavy pillow. And again, I'm just trying to push in, but my other non-injured foot is preventing me from actually going in with my foot. 5 seconds, hold it, release for 5 to 10 seconds, and do it again. Finally, eversion is the other side. So now we can cross that foot over and push against it, and we're pushing out. So we're trying to do this motion, but other non-injured foot is preventing us from actually going through the motion. Hold it for 5 seconds, release, rest for 5 to 10 seconds, and then repeat 5 times. So now we're moving on to phase 2, and this is where we're going to start resistance band training, strengthening those different muscle groups around your ankle. So you're going to place the band around the ball of your foot. You're going to start with a resistance band that's a little bit on the easier side, and you're going to take that ankle and plantar flex, moving the foot away from the knee, and then coming back and pushing again. On your way back, you're going to go nice and slow, and then you're going to push again. You're trying to keep that ankle nice and straight. You're avoiding rolling the ankle out this way or rolling the ankle in this way as you're doing it. I usually recommend about 10 reps, then take about a 30-second break and do another 10. For the next exercise, we're going to use that resistance band and work on the opposite range of motion with the ankle dorsiflexion. So what I'm doing here is I've secured this band around something heavy like this weight bench. You could also have a friend or a family member hold the other end of the band. You're going to get that foot into the band here. You want a little bit of gentle tension on it. Put it just behind your toes here. It's okay if that knee's flexed a little bit. You can even use your other leg to support it. Kind of finding that perfect tension here. And then I'm going to go into my full ankle plantar flexion and then slowly pull up into maximum dorsiflexion. Again, I'm trying to avoid turning in, or especially for a lot of people, the tendency is to turn out. And I'm just going straight up, keeping that ankle nice and neutral. Now, just like the first exercise, I'm going to repeat this 10 times. After 10 repetitions, take a short break for about 30 seconds, and then do one more set of 10 repetitions. So next we're going to go through ankle inversion, eversion. So that's going through this motion, inversion, which is rolling that ankle in, and then E version, which is rolling that ankle out. And these are the exercises you want to ease into. You don't want to do too early. We're definitely in phase 2 of the recovery here. And you want to ease into it, make sure your band resistance isn't too strong. You want to kind of ease into the motion. If anything's painful or feels unstable, you want to stop and reassess. So in order to do the E version component of this, we can simply put the band on both feet. And now if I'm working my left foot, I'm going to pull out. Going to let that ankle roll out into full E version and come back to either neutral or slight inversion and repeat. We're paying attention to our body here and making sure that nothing's hurting or feeling unstable. And then we're going to do 10 repetitions. Take a 30-second break and repeat and do another 10. Now finally, for the inversion strengthening, you can see I've put the band, this is where I'd be working my left foot, which is over on the right side of the screen here. And we have the band over my opposite foot, which is crossed underneath my left leg. Now you could do this having the band against a heavy object as well. In my case, my weight bench isn't heavy enough and it slides. And so that's certainly an alternative. But if you don't have the heavy object nearby, no excuses. You still can do this using the other leg. And so what I'm doing here is getting to neutral. And then we're pushing into that inversion position and then coming back to neutral. Again, I can keep my legs further apart to get a little more tension, or go up with the resistance of the band. Again, 10 reps, 30-second rest, and then do one more set. So now we're going to move on to phase 3, which is really where we're working on strengthening in a full weight-bearing position, and we're going to start working on balance training. So this is the strengthening exercise using full weight bearing. So you want to make sure you're at a phase where you can safely weight bear with minimal pain at this point. You're already walking. So what we're doing here is we're simply doing a heel rise, both sides at the same time. We're going to hold it for about 2 seconds at the top and then slowly lower back down. Now, in order to make this even more effective, we can place a small ball between our ankles. And our goal is not to drop the ball when we go up. And so same thing here, we're holding at the top for 2 seconds. You may have to adjust your feet a little bit to hold it just right. Hold for 2 seconds at the top. Slowly lower down. 10 repetitions. Take a minute break and do another 10 repetitions. So next we're moving on to balance training. And this is a very critical part of the ankle rehabilitation program you definitely don't want to miss. This is going to help decrease your risk of another injury down the line. So find some sort of object here. I use the couch that I can hold onto for balance. And I'm going to stand on one leg. And I want to get to where I'm just barely balancing with my finger on the object and hold this stance for 30 seconds. Now, as I get better at this, I want to let go and try to hold for 30 seconds without wobbling. You can see I need a little work myself here to improve this, but with time, you'll be able to do this much easier without wobbling for 30 seconds.